Hi, this is Dr. Andrew Persishin, the Somahas. So, to add to the information that I was giving on chiropractors in this specific area of USA and Canada that are to up and uppers in the Chicago, New York, LA areas would be California, I guess, as well as the Toronto area. That's the areas I'm familiar with based on the schooling and courses that I took at chiropractic college down at National University of Health Sciences. So those are the hubs with the quote unquote the highest, and you don't really have to say quote unquote. There's some of the foremost chiropractors in the up and up. But specific to this discussion are the three that I'm specifically talking with that are ready for location and doing what you would say as advanced work. So Dr. Mike Gorman, who's in Philadephia, Pennsylvania, um, and what he's doing is he's working with neurological problems, but he's higher than what you would say as a basic chiropractor. He's versed in neuroemotional technique, applied kinesiology. He does orthotics for sure, but that's minimal. I mean, most chiropractors should be using orthotics. If they're not versed in orthotics and how to cast and fit orthotics after adjusting them, then they shouldn't be really your chiropractor, that's for sure. They should be using orthotics specifically. Most patients would benefit with using a foot lever or orthotic, but Dr. Mike Gorman is very versed. He should be working with Philadelphia Phillies, if not the Philadelphia Phillies, the Flyers, the Eagles, and the 76ers. That's his area is Philadelphia and the surrounding area. And if you look at him, he's Dr. Michael Gorman, Dr. Mike Gorman. And he was my roommate down at National. A graduate, he was in practice in the Chicago area, associating with Dr. Morantz in the Chicago area. And while I was still in what would be considered fifth year of chiropractic, which was the internship, I was living with him in Chicago, downtown Chicago. Okay, so he's in the Philadelphia area. You can contact him and find his email by looking him up in the Philadelphia area. And then there's two others that are in that area too that are specific, and they're well worth checking out. I'm not sure if they're working with sports teams, but there's Dr. Eric Babster and his friend that also went to my school with myself too, and you can locate both of them and discuss in the Pittsburgh area. Specifically to the New York area, we have Dr. Sush and his wife, if they're still together, but they were quality and should be still there, and Dr. Bowman, who works in the New York. They should be in the New York type area, in around that area. Down into the California, I can't remember his name. Dr. Mike Gorman can get you, or we can figure out how to get his name. He was an outside of our our school, chiropractic school, but he's down and he came to seminars. He used to travel up from California and visit with us, and he's quality too. And he should be down in the Los Angeles / California area, doing working with sports teams there. And helping and associating with, not associating in the same clinic, but associating meaning learning from and with, mentoring and, passing back and forth with Dr. Tim Francis, who we mentioned before, who's in the Las Vegas region, working on both celebrities, troubles, sports, athletes, these kind of things. Essentially people that are being kicked around between clinics. So that's Dr. Tim Francis. We have Dr. Leaf, David Leaf, who is in Plymouth, Massachusetts. He should still be working, I believe. Who else do we have? Eugene Charles in the New York area. On the west coast of Canada, we have Gleason, I believe is his last name. He's an applied kinesiologist in the BC, British Columbia area that works and should have a decent practice. And then in the Toronto area is Dr. Stephen Yen, as well as Dr. Chamble. Chamble was an Olympic athlete, sort of like my brother. You guys know the story of my younger brother being an Olympic athlete. And myself, I'm going to be getting into hopefully into naturopathic soon, and then I'll be putting my skills to test in naturopathic. Okay, so that's a little bit about them, specific to them, and then the Chicago land, meaning the Chicago area, which is a very vast area. But Illinois, there's a vast amount of them. Some of my colleagues, we have Andrew Madrina, Stacy Aarons. So the first one was Andrea Medina, Stacy Aarons. We have Lotus and Ahert. Tom Lotus and Ahert is the last name. So those are specific to those, the Chicagoland. Yeah, we have also in the Toronto West area, chiropractor is Kanakin, Dr. Ken Kanakin. Quality works with bodybuilding as well as does applied kinesiology. He's my chiropractor specifically with Dr. Shambles, so I flip between the two of them. I haven't seen Dr. Stephen Yan in a while, but he's quality too, Dr. Stephen Yan in the Toronto area. Okay, talk to you guys later. Thanks, bye.